apple, chocolate. Chorizo. Zoe smells the chorizo. Does it smell good, sweetie? So yeah guys, sorry, I forgot about the story with the accountant. So busy with things last days. First a small update on the shower drainage situation. Yeah, the problem with the drainage. I think I was right? There's no air vent, or there's no air coming in. And probably it's been coming in through the long pipe to the wetland. And now that it's a little bit blocked, the air is not coming in anymore. So probably the best thing would be to make an air vent. And then the best idea would be to make it here, I think, where the 90-degree corner is, the first 90-degree corner. But the thing is, we're now having some governmental issues with the wetland. So I don't really want to spend a lot of time on making like an air vent here for something that we might not keep. Because my normal septic tank is over here. We might be running the pipes back to over here. Now the funny thing is, Karina reported this morning that she didn't have any problems anymore with water coming out of the pipes after yesterday. So maybe we should just see how it goes for the next couple of days, while we also sort out the problem that we have. I don't even know if it's a problem with the wetland. The letter I got from the APA. But you know what comes out when I know. You guys really need to stop barking. It's just me going out of the gate here. There's a baby, she might be sleeping. Huh? A little bit common sense, please. Both of you. Should be somewhere over here. Ah. See, I know basically where everything is. No spiders in there. Finally getting to wear my boots again. They're way too hot in the summer. So, the story for the business. let's get some coffee for that. Lekker? Sentamos. Boa. So, the story with opening the wrong business. Finally. So, a couple of months ago I set out to open my own business here in Portugal. I've been having my own business in Holland for the last 14 years. And I'm taking some clients from Holland. But because I was still registered in Holland, I also still had the business there. So there was no necessity to do it any sooner. So I think last April or May, I went with a friend of mine who speaks Portuguese, but doesn't know anything about opening businesses. We set out to open a business for me. Now in Portugal, you or in Holland, or I think in the UK also, Germany, for the common man you have like two kinds of businesses. One is where you are, the business is basically you, so you are responsible for everything, and the second type is a LTD, or a BV in Dutch, or a GmbH in Germany. And the difference here is that at the end of the year you calculate all the taxes you need to pay on all the money that you need to earn, if you have a business where you are solely you are responsible. So this is also what I wanted here in Portugal. So in Portugal there are on the website from the government you can see that there are two types of businesses. These two types of businesses you can open, and one they call empresario na nome individual, and the second one is unipessoal, empresa unipessoal. So what I needed was an empresa na nome individual. And as I read on the website, these you open at the Financia's office. That was the place where I thought we needed to go. So we went there and asked to the woman, we would like to open an empresario na nome individual. And although I was pretty sure I needed to be there at the Financia's office, she sent us to a different building, register office. So yeah, I thought maybe I was mistaken, and we did need to do it there. So we went over there. That was very close to the finance office. And when we went there, we also said like we want to open an empresario na nome individual. And the woman said yes, perfect. Sit down, supply me with these and these documents. And so at that point I was thinking it was okay. And then she said also that the company needs to have the name of the person who runs the company with maybe some sort of addition. And this was something I recognized from the specifications for this empresario na nome individual. So I was thinking, oh, maybe we are at the right place here and it's all going well. Little did I know. Eventually all the paperwork got done, and we got the papers, and stupid enough I didn't read anything about unipessoal at that moment, although it was all over the papers. And we set out to open a bank account at the Millennium Bank. So we went there, and they sent us away because we needed a document that stated who is responsible for the company. And at that point I asked my friend, he knew an accountant in Castel Branco, if we could go to this accountant to get this declaration. And the first thing the accountant says when we came in there was, "Why did you open this kind of business?" So yeah, then it started to dawn on me that we opened the wrong kind of business. So the big difference here is that you need to pay social security for your own salary and for your personnel, but that's in both cases. But since I'm operating mostly by myself, I need to give myself a salary and pay social security over that salary. And probably with the amount of money that I make, that is not the best solution for paying less taxes, for instance. So we set out to close this company. Eventually, if I add all the costs together, from the lawyer who needs to take care of stuff and documents I need to have, and the company is now closed since last week. But it costed me, I think, between 1,000 and 1,500 euros for this mistake. We did learn a lot though, but it's hard money, a lot of money for learning. So where this goes wrong, I think, is with the word empresario. And the accountant would never call this type of business that I wanted to open an empresario. They call it an activity, and not so this would be different from calling it like a company, for instance. If you translate it to English, the accountant would never call what I do a company. It's an activity in your own name. So yeah, that is what we are gonna get now. But because I still have the business in Holland and we don't want to pay like double taxes and stuff, and keep it a little bit more clear for me what happened when and when the new business starts, and also to give my current clients the option to not join me in my company to Portugal, so they can maybe still find somebody else for the stuff that they need to have done. So we decided to start opening this company from the 1st of January. And this would give me the last 3 months of this year to settle all the stuff with the company in Holland. And then at the end of the year, we also close the company in Holland. That seemed like a good idea because you also have like, how do you say this, compensation for stuff that you get in Portugal during a year, and starting the business at the end of a year would leave very little room for making investments in the company and stuff like that. Yeah guys, a lot of stuff stays ongoing until it's solved. Just the way it is. Mukaka. It's a proper mess here. Nina de Bobo. Enjoying the view? Please watch Zoe for me. She doesn't escape. Okay? Time to get some work done. I have the feeling we only have been talking today. Of course, me and Karina did a lot of other stuff, but time to do some real work, I would say. So yeah, the road has still been open. This was mainly because I wasn't sure what the municipal was going to do. Because I heard stories of them getting the pipe out and me having to pay for getting it out. And what I want to do is that on this side I want to cement it in, because I actually want to continue this ridge here, so that all this water from the street is not directly ending up everywhere on my land, but maybe we can guide it a little better. Here in the big gutter, for instance. So what I want to do is get the pipe as low as possible, bend it a little bit down, because we have sort of an incline here in the road. So I want to continue this and then cement the pipe in that block. On the other side we need 290 degrees angles to get it up a little bit higher, and that the water doesn't run in there. I don't have them yet, so later on we need to quickly run to Castello to do some shopping. This has all caved in here a little with all the rain. Trying to find a little bit of a harder base here, but it's far to be found. I think that's as good as we're going to get it for now. Something like that. Mixer today. We just got Valentina to sleep. We only need one bucket, so we should be fine. Baby awake. Did I still make too much noise? Huh? Huh? Baby? find a piece of wood to put in between there. We have enough. Something like that. Way too big. Maybe we can make this fit. That needs to dry for a bit. So I'll continue on that tomorrow. What we still need to do is the comment. Let's do it in the shed. Yeah, Valentina's already sleeping and Karina's occupying the kitchen, so I think this will be a good place to do the comments for today. Let me see. So I'm going to start again with the comments that were first put after uploading the video. I'll do maybe 10. Let's go through them rapidly. First, whoop, Bob. Bob, sometimes it's first. Sometimes I don't hear from Bob anything. Put the high pressure sprayer on it. That's probably, I hope it's for the drain. I wouldn't put the high pressure sprayer on the pool for the girls. It goes straight through it. I love how Karina kicks your ass to get things done. She should make you clean up around your storeroom as well. You two are a mean team. Yeah. Well, it's nice all this cleanup stuff, but we need to get our projects moving, guys. So yeah, I agree, but we have other stuff to do. So somebody says, good idea. I only have good ideas. Cute baby and also a very nice woman. You have done well. Yeah. Thank you very much. I thought you were going to find a dead frog in the pipe. No, a live frog outside. As someone else said, take the gun off your pressure washer and put it in the flexible hose to clear it out. What happened to you telling us about the business? We're at the accountants for. Yeah, you just heard it, right? Sorry, I completely forgot about it again. So busy. Dog yoga. Yeah, the dogs also love to do yoga with me, especially Akira. Been a subscriber since the first video. You've come a long way. Thank you very much. Thank you for following along with the journey. Why is Akira turning her fur to brown? She was black for all summer. Akira is still black. Maybe you're confusing her with Zoe. Zoe's a little bit brownish. Please don't let people control your life. I love what you do. They're probably just sitting on their ass. Anyway, probably. Yeah, a lot of people have comments about how to do things, but I don't know you, and yeah, I don't take any advice from any people if I don't know how you do stuff, you know? You can tell me to be very healthy and weigh yourself like 150 kilos and sit on a couch, you know? then I'd rather be skinny. Instead like you. Metaphoric you. Make sure that the flow of the waste is on a sufficient gradient. Watch 90 degrees bends. Try a coil in the drain rod to hook onto the hair mass. Yeah, so I don't really see a problem with 90-degree angles, except for when you want to clean them, right? I think the water flows just as well in the 90-degree angles I have as if they were 2 times 45. Another thing, in Holland I've always been working with 40 mil for showers and drains, and I never had any problems, so I don't know why it should be a problem here and why everybody says we need bigger pipes, because I've always done it with these 40 mil pipes, and we don't have that much water pressure here. So for the shower you can either keep unblocking constantly, or my advice, the pipe size is pretty small. Yeah, so thanks, but I don't think so. For some reason you give more weight to the woman acceptance factor, which I approve of. No, we're just trying to get projects going here, I think. I don't need anyone to accept me. Where's Dwight? Yeah, Dwight is in school in the Algarve. He's studying for chef. One more? One more. Might be worth eliminating 9. Yeah, one other more. Maybe it's also useful if you guys read other people's comments before you put it in, because I've heard now 14 times the same thing in the comments. Maybe just read like what other people say and give like a thumbs up on it or something. I have a question for the Q&A. Now, you made it as the last question in this Q&A. In one of your previous videos, I noticed Karina tried to bite your ass. I never had a cook that tried to have a customer for dessert. No? You been around? You should hang up a sign with the text, "Beware of the cook." Yeah. Maybe we can find one of those also. We put them with the other signs. And then somebody responded, "Portuguese here, more like beware of Portuguese chef." So what is the question? Are all Portuguese cooks like that? I have no idea. I had a Swiss cook. Maria cooked sometimes for me when it was like a party, like a birthday or something. She never bite my ass. So I don't know. In Holland they don't do that. But here with the temperament, who knows? Yeah, I like these segments, guys. See you tomorrow.